y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Vlogs with Tiara. So y'all, before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure your post bell notifications is on, so every time that I do post, you are notified. Make sure you're booking a shopping with Tiara's One Stop Shop, and follow your girl on all of her social medias that will be listed in the description box below. So, as you can tell by the title, this is a story time. What do I have to say before we get into this story? Right now, I am just going to let y'all watch me flat iron my wig while I tell y'all this story time. I don't even know why this story time popped up in my head, but it was just funny. It was just funny. I don't know what I'm gonna title this story time, but yo, this was a time. This was a time. You live and you learn. I was young. I was in my early 20s when this whole situation happened. What else? I think that's it. This wig is not one of my wigs. This is something that I got from the TikTok shop. What is that? Why would they want to make noise when I start recording? It was no noise. Can y'all hear that? Let me see what that is. One of my neighbors is getting their lawn mowed. But I'm gonna continue because I'm not. It stopped. Because I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait. I want to just tell this story time while I do this wig. Like I said, it's from a TikTok shop. It's not one of my wigs, but I did add some of my bundles into the wig because the wig was very thin. But the lace, when I bleached it, the lace bleached very well. And I'm in my glueless wig era. I don't want to glue any wigs down. So this was a glueless wig, and I was like, let me just go ahead and finesse her, add a little bit of my bundles in there. Like, you could tell the difference in the daggone bundles. But this is not what this story is about. I added some blonde, I added some brown. It has blonde and it has like brown. Let's get right into this story time. Let me stop rambling. I honestly don't even know where I need to start. I'm just gonna give y'all a little bit of background information and we're gonna go from there. I don't honestly know how old I was. I was young and clearly dumb, living reckless, like cause why? I don't remember the exact year, but I started off my business and I was selling fur slides. Like, do y'all remember the fur slides that had like just the fur on the top? I was making those. I wasn't actually like wholesaling those. I wasn't getting those from somebody and, you know, reselling those. I wasn't doing that. I was actually getting the sandal, the slide, and I was making them out of fur. I would go to Hobby Lobby and I would make the slide, put the fur on there. I would get like the boa, I don't know what it was called. I think it's called boa fur or whatever. I don't know. If I find a picture, I'll put a picture on there. But I was using that fur and I was using actual like fur material. So like I was saying, I was making my first slides. That's how Tiara's One Stop Shop came about. I don't know if I even had the name yet, but that's where I started. That's how my business started. Once that started, I ventured off and I was like, I want to do something different. I want to do more. So the more was lashes. I started selling strip lashes, and the first thing I got was strip lashes. No. Before I even got strip lashes, I was getting like the cluster lashes from like the beauty supply store. And those was not cute at all. Like, looking back at those was not cute at all. But that's what I was getting. I didn't know anything about individuals. I'm not even sure if individuals. Okay. Love you too. I'm not even sure if individuals was a thing. I'm pretty sure that they was. I just didn't know about it. The cheaper route and the route that everybody was going at the moment was the cluster lashes, and everybody was getting them done at the beauty supply store. I didn't know personally anybody who was actually going and getting individuals. So that's how that started. Then I got into strip lashes, and I fell in love with strip lashes because you could get them any way that you wanted. Like, it was so many varieties of them. So once I fell in love with strip lashes, I was like, I want to sell these. So I figured out a way. I think I was going through, is it called AliExpress? I think I started off with AliExpress. I think I was going on AliExpress, and I was getting like bulk orders of lashes and selling the lashes. So this is just my backstory on how I fell in love with doing just how everything started. Once I started doing that, somehow I found out about individual lashes. I started getting my individual lashes done, and baby, I fell in love. Like, it looks so natural. You could customize them as well. Like, I just fell in love with individual lashes. I didn't have any lashes. Y'all see, I don't have lashes. My lashes always been like this. I have more bottom lashes my whole life than I do top lashes, which is fine. I've grown to accept that. Like I said, I fell in love with individuals, and then eventually I was just like, I want to do individual lashes. So I took a course, and that's a whole story time in itself. Y'all, this little stand is so old and flimsy, and I've been through it, and I've been through some things. So her head gonna be bobbing and weaving the whole video. So don't pay her no mind. Just listen. So I fell in love with it, and I took a class. And again, that whole thing is a story time in itself. It ain't even that long of a story time. It was just the fact that she didn't teach me a thing and took my money. I think I spent like $1,000 with this girl, didn't get anything. I still got the little certificate somewhere, but yeah, didn't learn a damn thing. Like, she literally did not teach me anything. She taught me the basics. Like, I found her because I loved her style. Like, her work was phenomenal. When I tell you perfect, the best of 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 the best. I still don't know nobody in the city who does work like her still. The girl left. She got her coins and she moved to Cali, because that's definitely where she went with the money that I gave her. She went to Cali. But anyway, so that's how I got into individual lashes. Old girl taught me. No, I'm not even giving her credit. She didn't teach me anything. I had to get down and dirty and, YouTube. Like, I looked at so many videos just to learn techniques, products, and things like that, because that's what I was trying to get from her. I was literally trying to steal her whole thing, because like, it was bomb. All I wanted to know is what products, what tools she needed, because I knew it was going to take practice, but I wanted to have her product, I wanted all of it. Like, anything that she used, I was trying to figure that out and ask those questions so I could get in there. But like I said, she didn't teach me anything. So I started just practicing, and I started taking clients. I practiced on the mannequin head for a few, and I was just like, bump that. I'm the type of person that why I feel like they get louder. I'm the type of person where if I see something, I automatically assume that I know how to do it. Whether I know practice or not, whether I can do it, whether I try to do it, I'll be like, oh, this look easy. And yeah, individual lashes is definitely not one of those things that is easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's not easy. And it's time consuming. And you got to be able to practice. Like, you have to practice. If you want to perfect a craft, you have to practice. If you do lashes, you need to just stay in that lash lane. And me, once I started doing lashes, I started doing hair as well. Wigs and just hair, period. And that just took over. So I was doing more hair than I was doing lashes. So I was not getting as much practice as I should have been. So during this time, it would take me so long to do lashes. And I only had one style of lashes that I was doing, which was like the classics, where you take the single lash and you put it on someone's single. You take one single of the individual lash, and you put it on one single lash of your clients. And that's all that I could do, because again, the girl didn't teach me anything, and I just didn't have time to practice anything. So I was just doing one style of lashes at the time, which was just the classic look, the single lash on each lash. So I was doing that. And one day I got this client. I don't even know where she came from. I had got on Facebook. I was not a Facebook girly. I did not like to do Facebook, but for business purposes, I got on Facebook because that's where everybody was in. That's where, you know, it was easier to get clientele. So if you don't have a Facebook and you have a business, you need to get on Facebook because there's so many opportunities and things like that. But I was on Facebook. And I was on Facebook and I got a client. I don't remember if I had an Instagram or anything at this time, but I do know I started on Facebook, so it had to be somewhere doing with Facebook. I don't know if she came from somebody referred her to me. I don't know where this girl came from. I honestly can't remember because at this time, y'all, I was what is the word? I smoked so much. I'm still embarrassed on how much I smoked. Like, smoking used to control my life. It was, I smoked down, y'all. I smoked down. And I gotta find another word. I'm just gonna say smoke because I feel like you can say smoke. Can you say smoke on YouTube? I was a smoker. I smoked Mary Jane. I smoked the green stuff. Nothing else, just the green stuff. I smoked and I drank from time to time, but I was the green smoker, okay? Don't get nothing else twisted. Green smoker. I can't do anything past any of that. The way that the green stuff had me in a chokehold, please, I couldn't even imagine doing anything harder than the green stuff. I was a smoker. So I honestly can't even tell you where the girl came from, if she was referred, whatever. I don't remember the day or anything like that. I just know that 9 times out of 10, before she came, I did what I needed to do because that's how I got through my clients. At first, I have so much anxiety and things like that I cannot get through no client, no work day, no nothing without smoking. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I smoked before she got there. And me, honestly thinking back, shoot, she probably walked in the house and it probably smelled like it because I would be on the balcony. And then you know how you be on the balcony and like the smell lingers. Like now that I stopped, I could tell like the wind blow. You can smell it. Like I'll be outside in an event and I'll be like, dang. As soon as the wind starts blowing, I smell it. If I walk past a car, I smell it. If I'm driving down the street, I can smell it. Like back then, I could do the same thing, but it just was like, it was so numbing to the brain that I wasn't like aware, like this ain't cool. Like this ain't it. Like you should not be smelling. Like even if you do smoke, you should not always smell it, and it shouldn't. You need to be more aware. I was not aware, point blank period. I was not aware a lot of the times that certain things smelled like it because I did it so much and I was so used to the smell, and I love the smell, and I was fiending. I was a fiend, man. I was insane how much I used to smoke and it used to control my life. But that was that. So I had the client. She came to her appointment. I don't remember anything being weird about her appointment. Like I don't remember like her giving me a bad vibe or anything. So I honestly probably took a little minute on her hair. On her lashes, and that was it. Everybody knew. All my clients knew I was a beginner. Everybody knew that. Everybody knew that. It was there. I just started out. And then my prices. Even if I didn't tell you, $40 for you to get your lashes done was like, didn't make any sense. So like you had to be either dumb or, you know, a beginner. This is beginner prices, $40. Okay. So I do the girl lashes, right? I do the girl lashes, and she immediately like, I show her in the mirror. I got a mirror and I show her in the mirror. And of course, I don't remember how long it took. Could have took forever. Probably made her nervous. I don't know what her thought process was as far as me doing her lashes and why she had to go in the bathroom, and the mirror that I usually give all my clients wasn't good enough. Maybe she just wanted to see, you know, I don't know. I don't know. But I gave her the mirror. She was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Let me go to the bathroom and look. At this time, I had a half a bath in my living room area downstairs because I lived in a townhouse at this time. So I had a half bath, and she was like, I'm gonna go in there and look in there. So she goes in there, she shuts the door, and she's just in there. And so I'm about to tell y'all, during her appointment, my best friend at the time had came in. She came in, and it had to be the weekend because she usually pop up over there. She was never, well, she probably was, but most of the time she was over there during the weekend because, you know, we vibing, we off work, she had multiple kids. I don't know if she had 2 or 3 kids at this time, most likely 2 at this time, but she had kids, you know, we moms. She had a good support system, so she was able to, you know, have a babysitter and just pop out whenever she wanted to pop out. So this had to be the weekend. She comes over there, and we getting ready. It's getting late. We getting ready for our weekend. We don't do nothing. We smoked, we drank, and that was it. She was more of a drinker than a smoker. I was more of a smoker than a daggone drinker. But we both vibed together. That was bestie. That was my best friend at the time. Choking. So, that was it. So she had popped in during the girl appointment, and she didn't say anything while the girl was sitting there because, you know, I don't do that. I'm not talking about no client or anything like that while my client is sitting there. You know, you don't talk about your clients while they sitting right there. Like, I hardly even talk about my clients now unless they get on my daggone nerves. Like, I don't talk about my clients. Like, that's just nothing that I do. Even when they leave, like, that's nothing, unless it's just like something crazy like this time. So yeah, she's in the bathroom. When she goes to the bathroom, my friend was like, I don't think she said nothing immediately. I think she just was like, oh, I know her. I just was talking to her mama today. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, you ain't say nothing to her. But it was weird because I'm like, oh, you know her, but you ain't say nothing to her. I was like, oh, maybe she just know of her, know her mama, you know, something like that. She was like, yeah, I seen her mama at work or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. So the girl's just in there. She's still in there. Like, mind you, 30 minutes go by, 45 minutes. And at this point, I'm not even thinking nothing crazy. I'm thinking like, oh, she just really had to use the bathroom. I'm like, dang, she could have just like told me that she had to use the bathroom. Like, I would have took a break. And I understand, you know, sometimes with lashes you can't see, but I would have directed her to the bathroom. And like, girl, don't be holding your pee that long that you in there this long and you had to pee or do whatever else. Like, I'm grown. Like, we grown, we girls. Like, none of that stuff. You know, I'm not that type of person. Like, I'm cool. So, could have said something. So she in there, I'm not thinking nothing of it. Like 45 minutes, 50 minutes go by, almost an hour go by. And I'm saying like, okay, you good? But I can hear her like moving around in the bathroom, but it's like nothing in the bathroom. So it's not like, oh, she in there still ain't going through some stuff. Like, it really ain't nothing in the daggone bathroom. Like, I wasn't really keeping nothing in my half bath or whatever. But I hear her in there, so I'm like, okay, she good. You know, I'm like, you good? She's like, yeah. And then she comes out. When she comes out, she's like, I see this lash right here. Can you fix this? You know, it looks weird, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, girl, come on, let me fix that. Is that what you was in there doing? She was like, yeah, I was just looking at him, playing around with him, blase, blase, blase. And I was like, oh, okay, girl, you could have just came. Like, I'm not no type of person that get mad, like, oh, I need you to fix this or I don't like this and I get offended. I was never going to get offended. Like, girl, come in here. Like, was you in there trying to contemplate how to say that to me? Like, girl, it's your money. This, you know, you want it the way you want it. But again, I am a beginner a lash tech. So, I fixed the one. She goes back in the bathroom, y'all. I fixed whatever she said fix. I show her in the mirror. She's like, okay, let me go look at it in the mirror. So she goes look at it in the mirror. She shuts the door. She's in there again. So this second time that she's in there, my husband which was my boyfriend at the time, he comes downstairs and he's just looking at me. Me and my bestie, we sitting there, you know, we vibing, we talking, I don't know, we just doing what girls do. We just talking. At this point, she hadn't even told me at the time, like, this girl weird, and the conversation that supposedly that her and the mama had said. And it sounds so weird because I still go over this to this day. Like, this is weird as hell. Like, all of them is weird. So my man come downstairs. Mind you, he's a heavy smoker just like me. He'll go upstairs. We got a balcony. He'll go upstairs and he'll, you know, smoke on the balcony or whatever. And, you know, sometimes that wind and air comes in. So me being young, dumb, not even aware that the smell from upstairs is coming downstairs. I still have this client. I'm still not done. But because me and my bestie is doing, and we sitting and we chilling and we vibing like we always do, my husband thinking like, oh, I'm done with work. You know, I'm done my client. This is just a regular old day. So we just doing what we regular old do. So he gassing. But he's doing it outside. But, you know, the wind. And then, like, no telling, I might have had the daggone patio door open. We might have been going out the patio door. Like, the smell is getting into the house. So what happened? Oh, and then eventually I smell it and I'm like, babe, I'm not done working. He was like, oh, my bad. He was like, dang, I came down here several times. She ain't even, you know, I ain't see nobody. I didn't see you working on nobody. Where's she at? I was like, she been in the bathroom for a long time. You know, I don't know what's going on at this point because I had fixed her lashes one time. I was nervous, like, okay, she not gonna like her lashes. But at the end of the day, I'm a beginner lash tech. I ain't gonna say you get what you pay for, but you kind of get what you pay for. I ain't even gonna lie. You get what you pay for. Like, I did my best. And you didn't say you didn't like it right away. At this point, you in there nitpicking about some $40 lash extensions that took me X amount of time, at least an hour and a half, 2 hours. And you know, being in the bathroom for now about an hour and 30 minutes. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I didn't think anything of it. I'm just like, you know, I don't know. But at the same time, I was thinking like, dang, what's going on? Because why have you been in the bathroom so long? And then you came out that first time saying that something was wrong. And now, you know, you just in there this long amount of time, bro. She was just in there so long. And it was just like, I wasn't, at the time, like, I wasn't even thinking like anything. Like, I was just like, you know, she's just in there examining her lashes. You know, she using the bathroom. She might have girly stuff going on. Like, I was not thinking about anything like that because she didn't give me that vibe until I'm sitting here. My friend, my best friend at the time, she's like, yeah, I talked to her mom, and her mom was saying like, she weird. You know, she done told me different stories and about her. And I'm just like, bitch, why the fuck you ain't say this, you know, as soon as you walked in? Like, text me or, you know, said something. Because, like, why? You could have said something. Like, we done had multiple conversations and you done said you knew this girl. But now that shit is just really, really, really weird because of the amount of time she done been in there. Now you want to open up your mouth and say, oh, I know her. She's weird. She bipolar. She XYZ. She she just this. And I'm like, what? So now my anxiety is just like, mind you, I'm smoking because I have anxiety. I have to smoke because I have anxiety. Like, I'm borderline shy. I'm an introvert, and these things help me be more social. At the time, I don't need that no more. I am free. I am clean for I feel like it's been over 2 years. I don't know the exact date, but yeah, it's been over 2 years that I've been smoke free, and I don't do this no more. Like, that was one of the best decisions that I done made in my life, is to stop smoking, y'all. Shit was controlling me so bad. But boom, she comes out finally. I don't know how long this is, but my friend had told me this information. I told my husband, like, babe, I'm not even done. Like, you need to chill, spray something, do something, because, you know, I can smell it. And then because my anxiety, the high that I had prior to her, went down. So it's just like everything kicking in. My awareness and everything is just kicking in. My anxiety, a whole lot of things is kicking in at the same day going time. So she comes out the bathroom and she's just like, I was in there calling my bank and something happened. I'm not gonna be able to give you the money and da 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 da. I'm gonna need to go to the ATM. I was like, okay, cool. She was like, do you want to ride with me to the ATM? I was like, because my friend had told me that you a little crazy, bipolar, off in the head. You in here acting weird as fuck, and then you talking about something you can't pay, then you need to go to the ATM. Like, wouldn't you go ahead and before you have any service, go ahead and check your bank account. Make sure you got the money, because to me that's embarrassing. Like, I don't want nobody to ever think that like I don't got it. Like, why am I coming to a service and I don't have a way to pay? Like, I'm gonna check and make sure that the funds and the pay and everything is up to par before I get the service, just because that's the type of person I am. I don't just feel like everybody do that. Don't you check your wallet to make sure the money in there ain't nobody stole it, it ain't dropped, you ain't misplaced, you ain't left it at home before you get out the car to go into the service, or you make sure you check your bank account that when you swipe your card, it ain't gonna happen for a service. Now I can see going into the store because you moving. I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna make sure I have my funds before I go get some services, because bitch, I like to tip. Like, it's a lot of things that I like to do. Like, I'm not gonna be embarrassed. Like, no. So I'm like, no, you go to the ATM and do that. So she leaves. She goes to the ATM. Well, I don't know where she goes. She leaves, and like, time go by. She texts me like, I don't know what's going on. I won't be able to pay you. I'm gonna have to pay you at another time. And I was just like, well, that's weird. What do you mean? I was like, it don't work like that. Did you get your service? Like, it don't work like that. I don't remember the information going back and forth. So long story short, probably I'm never disrespectful to my clients, but I start stating facts like, you just don't do that. You get what I'm saying? Like, give me my money, basically. So she's just like, it's only $40. If you need it, just say that. Plus your house is smelling like a whole pound. I was like, oh, bro. She started eating it. She started reading me the fuck down as far as the smell with the house, and that was it. Because me needing the $40 was insane. I was still working. I didn't need that $40. This was a side motherfucking hustle, bitch. I didn't need that. Sorry, cursing. I didn't need that money. Like, girl, $40? What am I doing with $40? Girl, please stop playing with me. But she read me down because she was like, yeah, I can call the police and tell them that your house smelling like this and blah, 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 and get everything shut down. Da, 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 blah, 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 blah. It's a funky $40. Funky. It's a little funky. I hate when people want to start saying little $20, little $40, little $100 when they owe you freaking money. Girl, stop. It wasn't that, girl. Please. And if it was a little funky, a little this, a little that, $40, you would have had it. It wouldn't have even been a problem. You could have hit that savings because that checking said zero. You could have hit that savings and got that little funky $40 because you got money saved, big pockets. Okay? Please. Anyways, so that happened. So I'm just like, boom. You got it. It is what it is. Bye. So that's what happened. She had my Cash App. She was supposed to try to send it through Cash App. And I know you don't want to link your card and stuff be happening on Cash App. But if you go to, please, it don't even matter. I'm not even giving you no excuse. But that's what happened. So I'm just sitting here irritated, mad. Needed to go smoke some more but scared because she on some bullshit. So I'm just like, bump it. It goes. It is what it is. I bump it. It is what it is. Lost my little $40. She was weird as hell. And that was it. Like, I blocked her number. I didn't block her on Cash App because I realized that, and I honestly, I don't even know if I knew that you could block people on Cash App because I was fresh on Cash App. I wasn't using Cash App, but for business, and that's what I made a Cash App for. But I didn't block her on Cash App, which was the way she was trying to pay me in the beginning. And she ended up sending me the money like months later. I want to say about 4 months later. And yeah, she was just like, you should never block your blessings because you know what did she say? She was like, you should never block your blessings because you never know who's sitting in your chair. It wasn't somebody who had, it was a broke, that's what was in my chair, a broke in my chair, because baby, you thought you ate. Did you? No, you did not. Please, Bookie Butt. You thought you ate. Please. That was my thing. It was the fact that she thought she ate, seeing that the house smelled like a pound, and that I was blocking my blessings for $40. I was not blocking my blessings because not one time was I disrespectful to her. My point was, you knew that from the start and you could have just said that instead of just being weird. Bro. I respect honesty. I respect, and you can just tell me the truth. Like, I respect that to the utmost power. Like, bro. But yeah, y'all. That's the story when a client had me booked. And yeah, I don't smoke anymore. I'm clean. I'm free. But I ain't gonna say I don't think about it. I feel like I'm always think about it the way that I was smoking. That I needed to smoke. Like, it was insane. But like, ever since I stopped, my life has changed. Like, a whole lot of things has changed since I stopped. And I'm so proud of myself because I used to be one of those people like, it's from the earth. It's the best thing that has ever happened to me. Why haven't I started it in a long time ago? I tried a long time ago, honestly, and it was not good. It did not work for my body. It made me, I was just so, it did the most. Like, I could not function. I could not do anything. I don't understand how people could was smoking in school. Like, go smoke and go to school. Like, ain't no way. It's no way. Well, I do know because some people wasn't, I cared about my education. That was the reason why. I probably could have just done whatever I wanted to do, but I cared about my education. So that's probably why it didn't work out for me as far as like the smoking. But it just made me it was just too much when I was younger. So definitely didn't do it until I got in like my 20s. And it was some good old fun times, but I'm so happy that that's done and over with because it was controlling me, making me make dumb decisions because it was just like the fuck it juice. Like, I didn't care. Like, I'm pissed. I'm mad. I had a bad day. Fuck that shit. That's how I feel. I call it the fucking juice because like it just made you not care. Like, I didn't give a no more after I them problems was not problem. Like, them problems was no longer problems. I did not care once I puff passed. But that's the story. Y'all, if you smoke, don't do it near your business. Don't risk your business. Don't be dumb. Like, I can't even say think because I don't know. I was young. I was dumb. You live and you learn. I got my $40. My little funky $40. My little $40. Yeah, that bitch was weird. Weird as fuck. I don't know what else to say. I almost pissed myself off again. So, I'm done. I finished flat ironing it. I'm about to go over it again because I don't like it. Let me see. Can y'all see this? See it? But I'm probably got to go over this a few more times to try to get this as straight as I can and pack her away until I'm ready to wear her. But you guys, I gotta figure out a title for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this little story time. It probably was all over the place. Y'all probably don't even understand. Y'all probably like, what the fuck going on with the best friend? Girl, best friend, not even best friend. That's why I say my old best friend. Yeah. But like I said, thank you for watching. If you made it this far in this video, love ya. yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure your post bell notifications is on, so every time I do post, you are notified. Make sure you book in and shop with Tiara's One Stop Shop and follow your girl on all her social medias. That will be listed in the description box below. Make sure you hype this video up. Hype this video up. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. And as always, thank you for watching Bobs with Tiara.